Morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela and I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and I'd like to welcome you back to Whips, Bits and Chat number 35. Getting there, aren't we? Right, so on today's Whips and Bits, I have got our video update, I've got your photos, and I've got completed whips and works in progress. I think that's it. There may be more. Well, you'll just have to come and watch it and find out. So today I am sporting a very nice shop bought present for my husband for Christmas this year. I'm wearing it as a dress, so it is a little bit big, but hey, I wanted to make sure that I'd be able to work out which videos which over this Christmas season, because there has been a few, hasn't there? Right, so catch up for this week Right, so catch up for this week in the videos is the crochet and no paper chain. Now that is this chain here. I've done no more of it because it's here just to look pretty and I had other things to do for you. So let's put that one back on the tree. Now last year I'd made this, or the year before I'd made this one, and I've actually hung it, or it's normally hung off of one of the cupboards in my lounge, and I hang my Christmas cards on it. So I find it really quite good to use it that way, because I ran out of yarn and I wasn't able to make one to fit the big tree or even this small one. Right, so that is that first video. Now the second video out, of course, was our 12 days of Christmas, day 10. Then we had 12 days of Christmas, day 11. Now that was quite a big video, because that's what I call a mashup. On my opening titles I say pattern mashups, and so that was a pattern mashup. That is 3 different patterns made into one item. None of the patterns were mine, which is why the links for all 3 are in the drop down box below the actual video. Then we had the very last 12 days of Christmas video, which was day 12. So I really hope you enjoyed this year's ones. I must admit, you had to finish it off with a high with the 2020 toilet roll Christmas decoration. My family are getting a load. I'm making them up this evening. I've got one day to do it in, but they are that quick that I should be able to knock up 4 or 5 within the evening. Right, so our next video up, which I haven't actually posted yet while I'm recording this video, but it will be up by the time you get to watch this video. I like to confuse you. Right, so the next one up is the Gingerbread gift card holder. Okay, so that one there, I will show you it in a minute in my completed whip set. That one I really love making, so much so within 2 days of that one going out, or the following day, depending on when I can finish squidging the video together, you will have an added extra. Actually, you've got a couple of added extras, so I'm going to call that one my Christmas present to you. It is another 3 different styles of gift card, and something I'm sneaking on the end. Or will I? I'm not too sure yet whether I'm sneaking that in or whether I'm going to throw that at you next week in next week's Whips and Bits. I think I might throw it at you next week. But listen to the end of the video and I'll say it there. Alright, so that's the catch up done. Right, now on to my UFOs. Now, as I told you last week, I believe it was last week, maybe even the week before, I hope it was last week. I'm rambling again. I'm making myself a Christmas jumper. I've not had a chance to touch it much this week because I've been working on the other 2 videos I was telling you about a second ago. So at the moment it is now, let me see if I can get the right end for a start. There's the end. Right, so when I showed it to you last week, I had got, I believe, to here, which was on 1 cake. Now I've made it up to where I'm going to be doing the sleeves, adding the extra sections, not for the sleeves, sorry, for the shoulders. So that is it. That is as far as I've got so far, but I am working the front and the back at the same time, so I'm hoping, I'm really hoping to have this one finished within the next week. But we'll just have to wait and see. I might be sewing it up for myself on Christmas Eve. Right, my next item is something that you guys wouldn't have seen for quite a while, or if you're newer to the channel, you wouldn't have seen it at all. Now, the backstory to this is my best mate's evil. I love her to bits, but she's evil. Her son supports a football team. I'm pulling that face because they're my football team's rivals, or at least they were when I was growing up. So these colours are normally banned in this house, being put together, they're banned. So of course my best mate thought it was highly hilarious to order 2 giant cushion covers and possibly a blanket for her son for Christmas. Now she wanted, well, she didn't want, I'd suggested putting the emblem of the football group, see, I hate them that much. Basically putting the emblem within the blanket and making it another corner to corner. But when I started working on writing up the pattern for it, I realised that it would have taken over a double bed. And the cost just to buy the yarn was going to be way out of what we would have agreed. So at some point I will just knock her up a stripy one to match the cushion covers. But she said to me she can hold out till next Christmas if needs be. So, and on top of that, she's also helping me cheat. She's buying the emblems so that I can sew them on the front of the cushions. So these are the cushion covers. They are massive. I put them on the unicorn, not the unicorn, the cupcake pillow insert into it to take a photo, which I will show you in a moment. And it doesn't even fit that, and that's a 16 by 16, so, and that's squidged into there, by the way, because that's only a 14 cover. But so this one is absolutely humongous. Right, so here is the front. What we've actually decided was I was going to do the home strip and an away strip. And so here is the front of either the home or away, I can't quite remember. Brownie points for guessing the team. And if you say you support it, that's it. I'm not talking to you for a whole day. Right, so that is the, as I said, that is either the home or away. And then the other one has the colours reversed on it. Okay, so that's the fronts. And then he picked his 2 favourite player numbers. So on the back we have a number 41 and then number 30. I don't know which person it represents, which person it represents or anything, because they're not my team. Come on, shrimps. Now these are really simple to make up. I made them up in one full panel, so really if I'd liked the team I could have actually sewn the front and back together and turned it into a dress. It also has a folded bottom here, so that it basically holds the cushion a lot nicer. Now I've done the same thing on the cupcake blanket, but that was in parts, whereas this one has been worked all in one go. Can't believe I nearly forgot to tell you about that. Right, on to the next item. Right, and then the next makeup was for the last video, of course, and that one was this little guy here. Now this is a gingerbread person. Got to be politically correct, but he's a gingerbread man with a pink hat on. That's politically correct for me. And with his little gumdrop buttons, and he is actually a gift card holder. Now yes, I have got my local shop's loyalty card in there because I haven't bought a gift card for him, but it's the same size as a normal gift card, so, or credit card size, so you know your credit card from whatever your gift card, sorry, from whatever country you're in will fit. For God's sake, don't put your credit cards in, otherwise the kids will have a field day. But there he is. Now, I couldn't let him go on his own. Okay, I could have done it. I could have held out until next year to add the rest of the set, or said to you, here's number 1, purchase the pattern for number 2. So number 2 is a snowman. Okay, he's not showing up too brilliantly. And now this snowman wasn't done with the original gumdrop buttons. He was actually done with black round buttons. And then I couldn't let him go without his friend. So there is also, okay, it's the wrong hat and scarf combo. This is meant to be going on another gingerbread man, but I needed to complete this today so that I could show you. So he's not a perfect one as far as his hat's concerned. I love his hat, but it just doesn't work with him. But anyway, here is number 2 snowman. And this cheeky smiley face. And stick for arms. And then of course you can't leave the set on its own without having Father Christmas! Right, so in the video that shows all of these, I have actually managed to find a clip, not a clip, sorry, a little cute thing that I can use as a belt buckle. Now, I understand that because time is limited, you can't order these from China for this year, but the link will be below in that video for you to be able to find this on Joom and order it, or find something similar to it on another site and get it ordered in for next year. But, so what I'm going to do is grab a silver and make a belt buckle up and show you how to do that and add it to this little guy as well. So he came with button eyes, but again the video will show you alternatives instead of using buttons or beads if you haven't got them. So there is, where's he gone? There, oh, hold on a minute. Right, so here they are. I hope you like them. I think they're a brilliant way to use up those tiny little bits of scrap balls that you have left, especially on the hats and things for the snowmen and the gumdrop buttons on our little guy here. So there we go. Right, sorry about the pitter pattering on the window. I can't do anything about it. It is raining in my little shire yet again. But it's now time to move on to your completed projects. Now this week I got a photograph come through from Sabrina Melodieuse. I still can't get your name right, can I, honey? But I will pop a link down below to her unveiling of the blanket. And here it is. Here's a cheeky look as well. So what do you think? I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the fact that she's chosen to break from the blues and hit the pinks. And her candy cane border she has done in the 2 shades of pink to make it pop a little bit more than what it was going to do. I absolutely love it, darling. And my old boy sitting on there thinks your girl's really cute. So on to the next item. Right, so over on my Facebook group this week I've been chatting to Julie Edwards, and she's saying how she'd never made a corner to corner blanket, let alone one with the picture. So I pointed her in the direction of the cupcake blanket. And because it is a smaller patch to make, because you make 2 cupcake patches and then 2 plain patches to then sew together. Or as Sabrina has done in the past, she made a cupcake bag just by using the front panel and then creating a back panel of her own. I'll pop a picture in now. Right, so getting back to Julie. Julie said to me about 4 days ago that she was busy doing fingerless mitts for her family and orders and things like that, but she will give the pattern a go. So she picked up the courage and she took the plunge, and I'm using her words here, not mine, and she has started making the cupcake blanket. I released the first patch, so I'm going to pop a picture up and show you what I think. Now, I wouldn't normally show an incomplete item. I like to wait until it's completely finished before I show it off, but this time around, Julie, I'm doing it to give you a bit of an extra oomph to keep going, honey. Because for your first attempt, Julie, it's flawless, honey. Absolutely flawless. I'm loving the way it's turning out. And I can't wait to see what you turn your little square into. Whether it will be a bag, a cushion, or the big blanket. Have fun with it, babes. Right, so also over on the Crazy Poppy Ladies Facebook group, I'm running a little competition, and it is a giveaway, and in this giveaway you could win a PDF pattern of your choice, but it will also be the next tutorial to come out or the first tutorial to come out next year. Fingers crossed I've made the pattern. So in that one, if you'd like to enter that, you will need to pop over to the Facebook group. A link will be down below. Join up to the group and then pop your idea for the next pattern into the description box of that competition. And now that one is right, so that one is running till the 27th of December, where I will then randomly draw a winner. Please don't stitch me up, gang, please, otherwise I could do more than go crazy. Right, so earlier on in the week I was thinking about organising the YouTube channel a bit better with the albums and things like that, and what goes where, and links to this and to that and to the other. So I actually sat down and I made a couple of photo collages out of all of the patterns that I've done so far this year, and then I realised that I have quite a few. I really didn't think I did. I only thought I had the few that are on the bed, which I shouldn't really call a few, because there's what, 1, 2, 3, 6 on the bed already. But there are more than the 6 that I'm showing there. And so I sat down and went through the YouTube videos and started hashtagging them. So each of the patterns that come out will have the pattern name and then hashtag 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will carry on numbering them throughout the year. So if you notice with the cupcake blanket, that was 06, which then means that if you type into the search engine the Crazy Poppy Lady hashtag 06, hopefully, if everything's crossed and everything's worked properly, that will take you through to the first video, or at least a list of the videos or the playlist. So I really hope that helps. Now, what I'm also going to be doing is adding that at the beginning of next year, I'm going to be redoing my title sequence, and I will be adding in those photographs with the hashtags on, so that you can visually see the patterns as I'm doing them, and sort of every couple of months there'll be a couple more patterns hopefully added with the new hashtags. But for now, these are the hashtags and the pictures and the videos to the videos as it stands at the moment. So have a nose and see what you think. See if there's anything that you've missed that you'd like to make. Right, so that's about it for me for this week. I'm going to be heading off to put this video together, and then to actually finally get around to starting on my own Christmas gifts for family and friends. Oh dear, I haven't got a lot of time, have I? But hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to get something out for each of them. If not, I'm just going to raid the cupboard a tat that I've already got and then palm it off as new for this year. I'm so bad, aren't I? But anyway, I'm going to head off now. So please, everybody, if you can, stay in and definitely stay safe and have an absolutely lovely run up to Christmas. And I will see you all really, really soon, hopefully for my first live. So keep an eye out, because when I hit that 1,000 subbies, I'm going live and there will be competition. So stay in if you can and definitely stay safe, and I will see you all really, really soon. Ta-ra for now. Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela and I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and I would like to welcome you back to a Whips, Bits and Chat 34, I hope. Let's check. So I hope you like them. I think they're an ideal little scrapball challenge, and a nice way to use up some of that extra yarn that you've had. So what do you think? I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's really... Oh, pants!